All right, good to see everybody again. Those that I can see, certainly speaking with you all. Hey, thanks. That's a good response. Good to see everybody. That was I was being tactful. Um, the certainly and not really been good days around here since Thursday. Everything that happens to our organization, this team, when we go out and play the way we did, it falls on me first. That's how I take it, and certainly it is my job to do so. I've been very proud of our team, our staff, and everybody for how we have found ways to find victory in close games and put ourselves in a position to be atop the West and have a chance at this. We did not do that last week for a lot of different reasons. We did not play well. I thought we completely had all system failure. Defensively, we did not trigger and fit in the run game and tackle and play a style of football that we pride ourselves on. We looked hesitant and passive, and that's the way, obviously, that means we coached and we played, and there's no excuse for that. On offense, complete system failure, no way to run the football, couldn't protect to throw it for the most part, and then when we did not execute at many different areas, which, again, is a reflection of coaching and me. So with that, we have to go back and understand for ourselves it's completely unacceptable for us to put a product out on the field like that. But we also have to man up and move on. You know, we are a 6-4 football team. We're 4-2 in our conference. And we have a Georgia State team coming in here on senior day that plays extremely hard and may not have a record that they would want to have, but it is not reflective in how they play the game. So we've got to man up, answer the challenge, execute better, play harder, play faster, and do everything better from staff to player, player to staff, own this and move forward so we can get something that our seniors deserve and our fan base deserves to see us play in our last home game. So that is our plan. That's what we're challenging ourselves to do right now as we speak, and we'll see how we do on Saturday afternoon. With that, I'll take questions. Thank you.
Coach, you guys are still in the race for the SWAC title. How much are you guys talking about that?
Absolutely none. At this point, we are absolutely not focusing on anything outside of our building that has any distraction or adds a distraction to us because we have not prepared and executed in such a way that would give us a reason to be in that. We have to do those things to be back in the conversation. We've got to get back to our process better. We have to remove distractions and get to a place where we prepare better today and execute better, or any of those other things will not matter. We just simply are not handling that well. We didn't handle a nationally televised game well. We didn't handle a home game well against Ark State after winning 5 straight. It's my job to get those things fixed. So with as much urgency as I can, I'm making sure we don't get lost in talking about future things. We don't have time to. We've got to stay focused on the day.
Hey, Coach, this is 2 games in a row now that you guys have given up 9 sacks in a game. Why is that, and how do you fix it?
Yeah, I think number one, we've not been able to run it. Number two, we've got exposed on the edges of our pass protection and inside of it. People are pressuring us more. They've had really good game plans to sometimes schematically put 2 on our back and outnumber us. And then we have not protected well, to be quite honest. We've tried to hide that and do different things. We've got to scheme better, and then our players have to execute better. It's both worlds, staff to player, player to staff. It's got to be both worlds. We both have got to see it together. And right now, for the last 2 weeks, we have not done that as a coaching staff, and then our players have not executed what we have tried to get done in scheme. So 18 sacks in 2 games will not allow you to have any efficiencies at all in score points. That's why we've played poorly on offense. We've got to find better answers and search different ways to find them so we can find a way to play offensive football that puts us in a position to win games.
Hey, Coach, what is Tucker's status, and how does really Goose play his return?
Yeah, unfortunate that Tuck was not able to go back into the game. He's playing injured like many people do and across the country in college football and NFL football and all football this time of year. He's been a warrior and battled, and he just couldn't do it last weekend or last Thursday to go back out there, and it wasn't right for him to do. So Certainly glad that Goose was there to be able to handle the load. I was glad that he got back out there and got hit and played a physical game and took hits and got back up. He played very average. We spoke about the plays that he would want back and those things. And then, to be honest with you, it was tough for him to be able to play efficiently with the lack of time he had to make decisions and get through reads to do what you would need to do in the pass game. But he left some stuff out there as well. I think we'll see a much improved game by him this week moving forward. Being able to get back out there and play a game, that's usually the best way you can improve your game and play and take steps towards better is repetition. And to be fair, it was his first game back after a long break, and it looked like it, and we didn't help him much.
This will be senior day as well. Just what has the senior class meant to you in your 2 years?
Well, it's a great mix of guys that were here when I got here day one, and a mix of guys we brought in as two-year players in the transfer market, whether it be from junior college or the portal, to start our tenure here and start our story here at Troy as we've taken massive steps forward and better if we can finish the year. That's how we want the book to end this year. There's been such great improvement done by our staff and our players to get us from a 4-8 year to now 6-4 that needs to be different and finish. What I would say is what marks for me is it was the start of something we built here. Half of this class and a big group of these guys stuck by us when they didn't know us, and that has meant a lot to me to develop relationships with them, that we have strong bonds and love for each other, that we've been through some tough times and been through some really good ones. And also, I think a testament to them, we've been through a lot together in an outside world where the game of college football in 2 years of us being here has completely changed. In RevShare world, a House Oliver case, and a new athletic director. I mean, they've been through it now. We've been through some stuff in less than 2 years, and they have really, for the most part, stared adversity right in the face and answered the challenge and taken large steps. So to me, I think you just see a lot of resiliency by a group that stuck to it and improved, and I can't wait to hug them before the game. But the best way to celebrate them is for us to play a good brand of football and hug after the game in victory.
You
Go
talked
ahead, Jay.
Okay, thanks, Josh. So you talked about Georgia State being better than their record reflects. They only lost by a fourth-quarter touchdown to James Madison. What's keeping them in these games?
Well, they play extremely hard on defense. They play a very conflicting defense, meaning they challenge you in man coverage. They're very physical in man coverage. They collision, carry, grab, do whatever they've got to do to make it hard. I think that's the key piece. And then offensively, they're extremely explosive. They've got a top wideout in the league that's scary, can beat you from anywhere on the field. They've found an identity there. They've went over 400 yards and are scoring. I think those key pieces are the reason that it's a scary football team. And you look and see how they've played other teams throughout the league with James Madison and others. There's a reason they're still in games and playing at a high level and not lost any piece of their culture or how they play, even when they've lost some games.